Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily and today I am doing the 20 books I went to read in 2023. And you heard right, I said 20 because I feel like as each year comes and goes, it just keeps getting higher. So I've decided to just stop it at 20 because most of the time I don't read all of them that I pick anyway, because at the beginning of the year I want to read all these books, but then by the end of the year I have newer books that I want to read. So we're just going to go with 20, and I'm hoping that I will read all of these. I did add a couple new releases for this year that are coming out, so hopefully that helps. But we're just going to get right into it, and I'm also not going to give you too many synopses because I don't like to go into my books knowing a whole lot about them. So starting off with ones that are already out, I'm going to talk about those ones, and then I will talk about the new releases that are coming out this year. So the first book I want to talk about is The Thief Who Pulled on Trouble's Braids by Michael McClung. This one, an SPFBO, I think the first year that it was a thing. It sounds really amazing, like fun actioniness, and it's fantasy, and I'm here for that one. And I'm really excited to get to it. I'm really excited to get to all these, so we're just going to go with that running theme. Next, I have Her Soul to Take. We're switching it up, and I put a dark fantasy romance on here. A lot of people loved this last year, and I own it, and it sounds really good, and I want to see what the hype is about. Next, I have Malice by GWYNNE. This one has also been making its rounds, and it sounds really good, but it sounds really complex, so I'm a little wary of this one, but I do really want to get into GWYNNE. Number 4 on this list is Lonely Castle in the Mirror by Mizuki Sujimura. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but this one, I don't remember who spoke about it first, but I do remember thinking, oh my gosh, I love the cover. It had like this pink cover and the girl wearing like this wolf mask, and then it like the cover got a change, and I also really like that one too. And then I finally listened to what it was about and read the synopsis, and it sounds amazing. It sounds like magical realism a little bit. Not something I normally pick up, but I want to give it a try because it sounds really good. For number 5, I have Old Country by Matt and Harrison Query. I heard Jordaline talk about this one, and the way she spoke about it, and I think it was around Halloween, or it was like for a readathon or something, she talked about this book, and she made it sound so good and dramatic and creepy, and it just sounds like it has all the vibes I love in my spooky books. This next one I'm really excited about. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and that is Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. A lot of people have been really discovering this author this year and really loving it, and I think that they say this trilogy is in the vein of Throne of Glass, and I love Throne of Glass. I love Sarah J Maas, so anything that is related to her I go in with, you know, mild high expectations, because no one's ever gonna live up to Sarah J Maas, but I'm hoping that all the hype this one's been getting, that I'm gonna really enjoy it. Next, I have Rain and Ruin, and just like The Thief Who Pulled on Trouble's Braids, this was an SPFBO winner, but it also has fantasy romance in it, and again, I love fantasy romance. Any romance in a book, absolutely love. Next, I have Slewfoot by Brahm, and I've seen people show off the pictures for this, which is why I haven't gotten it on Kindle, because I want to own it, because I need to see these pictures, and everyone just makes this sound so good and witchy and, you know, just creepy, and I really need to know what's up with this book. Next, I have the first book in Jennifer Lynn Barnes's Inheritance Games trilogy. I think it's going to be 4 books actually, but that is the Inheritance Games. And I love her Naturals series, so when I saw she was doing something again, but like, I feel like it's like Knives Out inspired, I needed to pick it up, but I don't want to pick it up until I have all the books. And I know the 4th book is coming out later this year, I think in August, so I might binge them this summer. Next is another one that I found randomly, and that is Into the Sublime by K.A. Borman. And this one I think is a YA horror, but essentially a group of kids go into these caves, and all but one comes out, and there's like this whole thing about it, and it's like going through the events that happened and what happened to this kid, and it just sounds so good. And caves and exploring caves kind of things terrify me so much. If you've ever seen the movie The Descent, you know. I just, you will never get me to go in a cave like that, never. Next, I have City of Stairs by Robert Jackson Bennett. This one was solely based on Covers with Cassidy. Her review of this book, it just sounded so good. It's like someone, I think, killed these gods. I could be completely wrong. I might be thinking of something else, but something about these gods, and there's like a murder mystery, and it just sounds so good to have like a murder mystery with fantasy. Next, I have The Ember Blade by Chris Wooding. I got this based on Jess from Jessie May. I believe that's her channel name. Anyway, she did a lot of other people recommending books, video things, and this was one of them, and it just sounds so good. Like, it kind of, a small part of me reminded me of like Fitz a little bit, sort of, not like up there on Robin Hobb tier, but like it gave me those feels for a hot second in the synopsis, and I just need to know what this book is about. And the last book that has been out already is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. This one's like a Thurian legend retelling, but I've heard nothing but good things about this. I know Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte really likes this, and I don't know, there's something about it. The cover draws me in, and it just sounds so good, so I want to give it a try. Moving on to all the books that are coming out this year that I put on this list. So most of these come out here like January, February, March, except for one. I don't know when it will come out, but we're just gonna go into it. So the first one is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. Everyone's been waiting for this sequel. It's been a long time coming. I read Ninth House 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed it, and I need to know what happens like after the ending. I just need to know. So that is on this list, and I have no problem, I feel like, getting to that one this year. Next, I have Grady Hendrix's How to Sell a Haunted House. I've been really loving Grady Hendrix's books, and this one I feel like will be no different, and it has to do with haunted houses, and that's like a subgenre that I just really want to get more into. I want to try more Darcy Coates this year too, so she also does a lot of haunted house style things, so I'm hoping that this is going to be a 5-star. Next, I have The Angel Maker by Alex North. I love everything that Alex North has come out with, The Whisper Man and The Shadows, and I think this one's going to be another 5-star by this author, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Next, I have Lost in the Moment and Found by Shauna McGuire. This is, I believe, the 8th book, maybe 9th. I think it's the 8th book in her Wayward Children series, and I binge read all of them last year, and I just need to know what happens next. These are such fun, easy, quick reads, but they also have like darker topics with it, but they're so fantastical, and I love going to the different worlds we get to go to in some of the books, and I just need more. Next, I have All Hallows by Christopher Golden. This one I think is around like Halloween-ness, and honestly, I can't remember what it's all about because I've read so many synopses for newer books coming out, but I know that I put this one on this list because it just sounds so amazing and so creepy, and I just want to read this as soon as it comes out. The second to last book I have on here is The Crown of Oaths and Curses by J. Bree. This is gonna be the first book in her new series. She is a fantasy romance author, and she does write other romances too, but I really love the Bonds That Tie series, one of my favorite series of all time, and I'm so excited to see this one. I hear that there may be a fae with a tail, so for those of you who really liked The Cruel Prince, you may want to keep an eye out for this book. I did not enjoy The Cruel Prince. I gave it like 3 stars. It was just okay, but I'm hoping that this one does not go the same path as that one, or else I'll be really sad. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. And my very last book on this list, the 20th and final book, is a book that Sarah J. Maas is going to come out with this year. I'm hoping she comes out with a book this year. If she doesn't, though, I have a backup, and that would be Legends and Lattes. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, and I really want to read it. It sounds so, happy and comfy, and I need to read this book. So if Sarah J. Maas does not come out with a book this year, which I can't imagine her not coming out with a book this year, but if she doesn't, I'm going to put Legends and Lattes here. So fingers crossed that she comes out with a book this year. So those were all 20 of the books I hope to prioritize in 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it down below. Leave me a comment letting me know if any of these books are on your top priority list for the year, and subscribe if you want to. I'd greatly appreciate it. And until my next video, I will see you guys again soon. Bye!